Hey y'all, today we're going to watch a couple clips and discuss this Black woman fatigue narrative. We want to know if there is any real merit to these claims. So I was just pleasantly scrolling when this video of a mom with her two daughters at a high school football game popped up. The footage is seriously so ridiculous, I have to just show you the start.
Now back that ass up. Back that ass up. Back that ass up.
First of all, what the hell is that around her face? Is it red light therapy or is she a burn victim? Her daughter is about to tell her to stop, which is absolutely heartbreaking to see because both children are probably so embarrassed for their mom, which in turn must make them have feelings of sadness for her that she would present herself in this way. After a very long while of this continuous madness, people started giving dirty looks, and luckily, a lady did step in to try and help this mother find her dignity. The helping hand was met by pure attitude.
This is the second time that we've been in sync. That's right. I'm sorry, I was already recording.
This behavior is not okay for anyone to do at a high school event, but especially by a parent in the presence of their children. Yet, we continue to wonder why America is raising mini lottos and ice spices. Like, maybe teach your daughters self-respect so they can actually make it out there in the real world. I would consider this to definitely be a form of fatigue because what the actual hell? Even her own community is sick of her ass. This next video is more of a story time regarding a woman and her baby daddy who didn't stick around. This is quite long, so buckle in. She posts a screenshotted message that reads, "Nayani, I'm getting my life together. You said you don't have none to do with that, right? So there, I don't contact you because you only want to see me in jail or in trouble. My daughter is in great hands with you. I have none to worry about. Moving forward, I do want to be in my daughter's life, but as of right now, we haven't had a healthy relationship to co-parenting. I'm focused on bettering my situation for her, so you text me on egg is uncalled for. You called the cops on me when you know I was out on bond. I'm done with your toxic games. Give my daughter a kiss. Have a blessed day." Quick breakdown. The baby daddy is distancing himself from the baby mama and daughter so that he can get his life back on track, and hopefully so the baby mama can heal too, and one day they can have a healthy co-parenting relationship. The trigger for him to leave was her calling the cops on him when she knew he was out on bond. I'm going to show you a photo of her. Now, just by looking at this photo, we can understand why she has to be with a guy who was locked up. Busted women like men that are straight out of the slammer because they can have total control over them. If they step out of line in a way their girl doesn't like, she'll just call the police or his parole officer. Insecure women are not ride or dies. They are your worst enemy. She then goes on her own rant in the caption, so let's read that. Disappeared for 2 weeks, didn't answer any phone calls to get this text. Leaving your child for yourself is not acceptable at all. He left me while I was pregnant to figure himself out. Left me to give birth alone. Had the same 9 months I did, but I was the only one preparing for a child. When she wasn't even a month old, he walked away from her too. No co-parenting because he wants to cross boundaries, get love and appreciation like we are together, and to make things personal when it should be about the child you begged for. And somehow, I still tried. I allowed visitation, opened my home so he could see his daughter. But after his visit, because he got kicked out of his place, he refused to leave my house. The same house I was healing in. The same house I was raising our newborn in. The same house I worked for while he disregarded me. I had to have him escorted out just to feel safe again. Now, when he can't control me or use me, he insults me and disappears, getting his life together. Well, I'm here every night, every feeding, every tear, every prayer. I didn't get to walk away. I didn't get to choose myself. I chose my daughter, and I will keep choosing her. If what she professed here is the truth, then all of that is a shitty thing for a father to do, not just to her, but to his unborn child and his born child as well. However, she really tries to paint herself as a saint in this caption, and with a little open source intelligence, we can make out exactly what this lady's personality really is. But first, let's read some of the comments because they're pretty back and forth. This one says, "We was supposed to side with you," with a little meme. And then someone replies, "If you had common sense, you would. If he wanted to be a part of his child's life, he would. It's plenty of ways for him to still be a parent and get his life together. The child will primarily be with her. Why do you think it's okay for him to walk out on being a parent because he needs to get his life together?" I agree that you should not just walk away from a child that you helped create, but in his message, he said he would love to be a part of his child's life, but can't because the toxicity isn't good for anybody. This is another thing women who are busted love to do. They love to baby trap. Once they get your seed, they will use it against you as leverage any chance they get, all the way to the point that men have no other option but to leave. They are basically run out the door.
Oh my God. Please tell me you're recording this, please. You are crazy.
I'm so tired of you. I'm so tired of you. I'm so tired of you.
You are making this so much worse. Please tell me you're recording this, please. You are going to lose custody of Damien for this. Why would you do this?
Why would I lose custody when you...
Look at you. You broke my fucking window.
Let go.
Can you stop? Like, what the fuck? Stop. Can you? No, we need to call someone.
Okay.
Like, this is actually ridiculous.
Yep.
Then black men get a bad rep of not being present in the home when that's one, statistically incorrect, and two, because many of them are forced out of the home by black women. The same black women who dance at high school football games and break windows. It is totally disrespectful and classless. One thing I will say is that it is on the man to wrap it up. Don't expect people to feel sorry for you when you nutted in someone you knew would not make a fit mother. Vice versa for the women getting pregnant by deadbeats. These commenters said, "A real honorable man wouldn't leave his children. You can choose yourself while still choosing your kids." Someone replies, "And an honorable woman wouldn't make it hard for a man to see his child." Another commenter goes, "Let's normalize men not having to go through hell to be in their kids' lives." And someone says, "Let's normalize not nutting in every girl you meet and abandoning your responsibilities as a man and father." I have to agree with all these comments, and they're all valid and true. These are comments of people acknowledging that her calling the cops on her baby daddy is super sus. This lady says, "Why are y'all agreeing he should leave his baby to work on himself?" A reply goes, "He got the cops called on him by the other parent. How is he going to be around the baby?" Someone says, "Meaning he did something. Nobody calls the cops for no reason. Let's use our thinking caps." And a girl replies, "Baby, me and my mama got the cops called on us by her childhood best friend for a fight that the best friend started. Cops laughed in her face and left because she wasn't even hurt. People will absolutely call for no reason. It happens all the time." And it is sus because it seems like he didn't get arrested again, so she must have called the cops for not a valid reason. Getting into the open source part of things now, let's take a look at one of her more recent posts.
Cutters, all this dick, why I gon' get you pregnant? The fuck? I got a gal, I ain't like Ricky. We shoot first, we ain't like Ricky. Mama came out the hood, she ignorant. The fuck?
That is confirmation from her own mouth that she's a fighter. Shout out to her for taking on the role of a single mother though, because that shit is truly not easy. These next photos show her and the baby daddy together, and we're gonna find out a little bit more about this girl. This was a post that she made when she was pregnant. It's the trend that goes, "He told me throw it back. A bow." So anyways, it says, "He told me throw it back," and it's a picture of her with her butt out. Then it pans, the next slide pans to an image of the pregnancy announcement, and it says, "A bow." I mean, can I see a raise of hands of which men would want the mother of their child posting this content while pregnant? It's a lack of respect for herself, her family, and her husband. If we're being completely honest, the sexual nature of all her posts are completely unnecessary. Here's another one of her half naked after becoming a mother. Ladies, listen, we do not need to be doing all of that to know that we are pretty, funny, sexy, and special. Not everyone deserves access to every piece of you. I need not even explain this next one.
She my prettiest problem, I hate that she knows she the shit.
Obviously, the reason this guy does not want to be with her is because she is openly being a thought, which is openly disrespecting him. If you want respect as a woman, you need to give respect. Does this scenario fit into our category of fatigue? I think yes. We need families that have a healthy mom and dad who are invested in both their relationship and their children's lives, not parents who post everything online to try and tear each other down. This next and final clip never really gave any context, so we have to go by what the commenters are saying, but let's watch it and feel out what we do know.
Don't come out. Get the fuck out of my face, white boy.
After watching this, we know there is a white girl and boy who I assume is a couple in their early 20s walking into what looks to be a Tim Hortons. We know there is a black lady standing near the entrance who seems agitated and aggressive. She shoves the male's arm when he is just trying to separate them, and she hurls a racial remark at him saying, "Get the fuck out of my face, white boy."
Get the fuck out of my face, white boy.
Meanwhile, he's already walking away trying to avoid any and all contact with her. Plus, at the end of the video, you see her going to yell again even after the couple has already walked away and said nothing. A commenter said, "I'm on the black woman's side every single time because I know she wouldn't be acting out like that for no good reason." Someone said, "They do it all the time. All they do is act out for no good reason." I'm sorry, but when are black women going to understand that raising your voice and verbally assaulting people is never okay, even when they do something to you first? Like, walk away, save some self-respect. I totally understand defending yourself if someone is bullying you or being racist, but this encounter is not giving that. If these two young adults actually did something worth being upset over, she would not be the only one reacting. These next comments go on to defend the couple. This commenter says, "They were trying to walk past when she was already agitated. The fatigue is real." Someone says she was standing in front of the door. A reply, "They never once said excuse me. What exactly do you think prompted the cameraman to stay recording?" Someone says, "Obviously something happened before this video." And a commenter says, "Yeah, she was being loud and wrong, as usual." Someone says she needs to be a grown adult and calm herself. She is the only one bringing issues. This lady says, "I'm a black woman and black fatigue is real." I would say this one also checks our boxes of being fatigued. The black women are even calling out the bad behavior themselves. I'm sure they are sick of being portrayed in a bad light as well. I feel like it's hard for black women because it seems that no matter what, they all get clumped under this aggressive stereotype, which is not fair because not every black woman is aggressive, but enough are that it stands out and it needs to be addressed. Whatever happened to being ladylike and having manners? These black women have their guard way too high up and genuinely need to calm down. These women are lost and they don't want to be found. What are your thoughts on this topic? Have you noticed the fatigue as well? Or do you think these women are justified in their behavior? Let me know in the comments. It was great talking to you all, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!